Hey everybody, before we start the show, please consider being a patron at patreonify.com, the best digital real estate out there. Help support a small podcast and also help support Jack Conti. I mean, he gets a cut too, am I right? On with the show, baby! Happy holidays!
Cliches outside of that. Go to this brand new way. It might surprise you. You will lie to. You got to find you a new, find you another, find you a new guru. Find you a new, find you another, find you a new guru. Your life was a dream.
Oh my gosh.
We're here.
We're doing it. It's the number 2 Vulfpeck podcast here at CHOBO Studios. I am Indy.
We're back.
We're
Tori.
back. She's Tori. And we have producer Daniel here.
Woo!
Wonderful time of year.
And look at him in the long sleeve red holiday cheer. We love him here at CHOBO Studios. Thank you for manning the helm here today.
Of course.
Of course. We've been on a hiatus.
Accidentally, like there was no plan, something just happened. I think we just got busy with our other show, with life, and we forgot. I don't know.
We didn't make it a priority, and by not making it a priority, we lost all of our patrons.
Love that for us.
So
maybe we'll be better in the new year here, guys.
Yeah, no, because in my Instagram story, I said, we're going to try to do a monthly, and I said, no, we will do it monthly because it's fun and we love Vulfpeck.
Yeah.
And I was watching the last episode. It's a good podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we bring up a lot of good points. I know it's just me meandering the whole time.
No, not true. But the thing is like, there's new music now, so we have to make podcasts.
Oh, of course.
Before, we were in a dry spell. We were working with the adjacents, basically, on the music front. Yeah,
it was a little trickle there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some live shows. Wolfmon live shows.
Yeah.
It was, and we'll go through this too. I think there's a bit of a. Jack may have mentioned this in the new State of the Vulf, and we'll get to that. But yeah,
we're back.
We're back. We're gonna do this monthly, and we're gonna set the Google Calendar for the first weekend of every month. Okay. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna stick to what we say we're gonna do because that's what upstanding citizens like ourselves do.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to lose $8 a month.
Breaking the bank.
Yeah, I mean, we were making $8 a month on this show. I mean,
I was paying all of our rent that $8.
Yeah, barely bought a pack of cigarettes for us every month. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching and listening. We love Vulfpeck. We are not experts at Vulfpeck. We're not experts in music. We just absolutely love Vulfpeck, and we own a podcasting studio, so we just
have a good excuse.
It's a good excuse to do this. Yeah. If you're in the Los Angeles area and you want to record a podcast with us, just go to chobostudios.com, or you can hit up the Instagram at CHOBO Studios. Also, the show has its own Instagram. It's at The Conscious Club Podcast, which if you're watching the show, you're already probably following that channel.
Also, our Patreon.
Yes, the Patreon, which is patreonify.com.
Yep.
Now, it's interesting because I think that domain costs more than $8.
Love that for us.
But I think over the course of the few months that we've had the Patreon open with Danny and Tommy, it paid for the domain itself. So thank you, Danny and Tommy, for paying for our domain. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, we netted $0 out of that. Well, I guess we made more money than it costs.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I can remember a couple withdrawals that were above $40. So I think that we love you. We love you. And if you love us, please considering becoming a patron again because we love you. We love Danny. We love Tommy.
And we'll actually make shows this time.
We'll make shows, and, it's on the calendar. So we're here for you guys. There's just so much to cover. But first, I want to go to the stories and see what we got. See what we got here. Okay, we got Bill, police box, Vulf certs, Police Box 63. I forgot what number it is, but we love Police Box. He says, "You're welcome to talk about the new SSBD concert film." Which is what's SSBD? Yeah, right there. Same but different. That's what that
this
means.
is it. This is it. Okay. Live at same but different festival. So it was a festival that they were at.
Oh, right. They're the Beach Boys. They're playing as if they're the Beach Boys. Okay. Can we hear some of it?
Absolutely. We have Jacob Jeffries.
Oh.
We're going click to brick, baby. Warby Parker, this is it.
Click to brick, baby.
Ready?
I love he commits to the wardrobe. Jacob Jeffries.
He does.
Yeah.
He sticks with the things. Gotta say, kind of foreshadowing for Schvitz with the Schvitz towel.
Yeah. It was a little. What's right before foreshadowing? Is there a word for that? Is it like foreshadowing? Because it's not like it's maybe if it was a red towel, it'd be really on point.
Because that's like old man sauna, like protocol. With the usually around the neck though, with the little towel, in the sauna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we love it. Same but different festival. This was in September. Oh, it was September 11th, 2022. Wow, on the 21st birthday of 9/11.
Yeah, go follow Vulf Certs on YouTube.
Oh, yes. Follow Vulf Certs on Instagram, on YouTube. Also, there's a great Conscious Club podcast advertisement that good old Bill, Mr. Police Box, built for us. We love it. Great. Also, Bill says, or Vulf Certs says, which Joe bass do you prefer? Original Fender, Joe Dart 1, Joe Dart Mini, or Joe Dart 2? And I'll pass this off to Daniel and see what he thinks.
Okay. So tell me about the Joe Dart Mini. Is it something that you can kind of use in a Corey Wong mini arrangement? Would it fit?
Perhaps it might, but I think it might be it may be a bit big for the Corey Wong Mini. And we're talking about the current Corey Wong touring band with that we all saw together last month, in which Corey Wong plays a mini set with mini instruments.
Can we take a look at the basses?
Yeah, we're looking at them here. So is this
is the
original?
newest, I think, right?
So this is the Joe Dart. So that's that's number 1, right? And then do we have a Joe Dart 2? There. Okay, here's Joe Dart 2. Now 2 knobs instead of 1 knob.
Yeah.
We needed the control. We lost some control on the first one. And then the Mini is the single pickup, I believe. This was the black one. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a fan of mini basses. But yeah, this is that's just the original. I guess we can't find the mini.
I think I kind of like the two. The two better.
Yeah. Well, it gives you peace of mind that you can control your tone. Mm-hmm. We don't want to lose the ability. We don't want to lose that ability.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can get too versatile. Mm-hmm. And you need to dampen it down. Okay.
I like the 2.
Yeah.
Gotta say.
Personally, I like the Joe Dart 1. I like the single pickup, the knob. Because also whenever I play bass, I'm only using 1 knob because I'm a novice idiot. And I set the other 2 to where I don't hear and I just set it to how I like to hear, and then the other one's just volume. Mm-hmm. So I'm a simple man. Mm-hmm. I like the simplicity. What about you, Dan? I know you're a big bassist.
Yeah, no, I play a lot of bass, especially in garage bands. So
yeah.
I think that if you put any of them in my hands, it'd probably give you similar sounds of not great. With that said,
great.
I'm going to keep it with the Mini though. Just so we round out the kind of choose your own adventure Conscious Club personality.
Heck
right.
yeah.
It's
I
like
don't know.
it's like the shoe fits everybody. You want the 2, I want the 1, you want the mini. We're all satisfied for the holiday
Yeah,
season.
equality.
Yeah. All we need is just $7,000 to buy them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you, Bill, for participating in the story. He gave us 2 things, which is great because
yeah.
we usually just get one thing or nothing.
Yeah.
In the Instagram story. So thank you for that. Yeah, Schvitz.
Schvitz.
We're schwitzing.
Schwitzing.
And possibly this time of year is where the Schvitz kind of really is needed. Mm-hmm. It's cold in Los Angeles, Christmas in LA, and by cold in Los Angeles, it's in the 50s. So it's warm for certain parts of the, for Michigan or New York or whatever, but it's freezing for us Los Angelinos. Yeah. We could use a Schvitz.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we should do a field segment at
Korean
what
spa?
did Jack say? Yeah, I think it was the City Spa that he mentions briefly in the State of the Vulf.
Love it.
But yeah, Schvitz is being released as we speak. We have 3 out as of recording this today. We got New Guru, we got Sana, got Earworm. I gotta say, I love all of them. Probably New Guru is my favorite. It was on repeat as everybody was showing up to the studio today, just to get into that groove.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Should we give a quick listen to Sana and Earworm?
Yeah,
before we jump
quick
into...
list.
And I have to say, the new intro font, the gold
Yes.
oil paint or acrylic paint or whatever type of paint it is, I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, Victoria is an artist, and she has an art Instagram you could follow. It's at Victoria's Magic Art.
It is.
Yeah, it used to be at Senorita Toria, which...
Not anymore. Andy hated that one. But anyways, let's Sana.
I love Sana. Anything written by Woody Goss, you could tell is written by Woody Goss. I love Jack Stratton just kind of... I wonder if he just made the dot, the
whose dog that is. That dog is really
the dog.
cute. Right here.
Oh, of course. I wonder if it's the studio dog. Who knows? Well, that's what I want to know too is... Oh! Joe Dart is playing a mini bass. Look how tiny that is. It's tinier than Corey's
And that one has
guitar.
white on it.
Right. I don't think that's not the that's not the Joe Dart Mini. That's a Fender. I believe that's a Fender Jazz Mini, perhaps. Maybe we'll get a crack at the. Oh, Tori. It's something. It's too Vulf quality for us to make out any font. Yeah, we're never gonna find that.
Yeah.
I want to say that's a Music Man. It kind of feels like the Music Man is a bit of a fatter Music Man on top. It might be a Music Man Mini.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Sana, we got the Schvitz. What do you think of the look, Daniel?
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
No, I mean, especially this is the first song they released with it, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. This is a really great way to kind of intro this look, this album.
Yeah.
Really set the vibe.
And you're kind of going with a Schvitz negative look over there with your white undershirt.
Oh yeah.
You're all red with the top of white, on the collar.
That's the after fit Schvitz.
It's the after Schvitz. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Got to stay warm.
Professional Schvitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's schwitzing it up here. I got to say
We love it.
we're going to talk more about this as we go into State of the Vulf stuff, but I just want to say, I long to be I long to make something. Like, I'm very much a monkey see, monkey do type of guy, where I see something I like and I either do it in my own way and it's a copy of somebody else, kind of like the good artist steal or good artist copy, great artist steal. I'm just a good artist. I copy. I need to steal and transform into my own, because like Allegra says, was talking about in State of the Vulf that the Schvitz hat is similar to the Devo hat.
Yeah.
Which are called energy domes, technically. So if we look at the Devo hat, very, very similar, although it's plastic.
This, though?
Oh, okay.
This rock beanie?
Okay. Yeah, it's Schvitzy, but and also there's an interesting thing. Maybe we could cut to it now. I think in the rundown I have a note for red hats. It's the second note there, and Jack kind of makes a point here. That's almost Trump-esque, not Republican or not Trumpian. I'm just saying he and Trump have a parallel here, and maybe we should tune in to the session.
I'm interested.
All right, let's talk about red hats.
We discovered where, a large red hat it's very people can key into that.
That's Shriners. I mean,
a lot of
Shriners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's a lineage.
We're all discovering the same ancient truths.
Exactly.
Right?
I love it.
He's now learning what Trump learned long ago.
Large red hats.
Yeah, large red hats. They make people. They take you off at the fence.
It's a statement.
Yeah, it's a statement. You're either in or you're out.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I love he's a trailblazer, bringing the red hat back to the rest of us.
Yeah, reclaiming the red hat.
Yeah. Because you could see people with red hats on that clearly aren't the Trump hat, but you still get like you're behind them or something.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. But with a Schvitz hat,
yeah,
ain't nobody having a
new silhouette helps
make Schvitz great again.
Stand it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make Schvitzing great again.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? It's the time of year.
I love it.
Yeah. He's bringing the red hats back into in every hat, in every man's hat.
I love it. It needed a reclamation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. Also with Schvitz, we have 3 different types of albums that are being released.
Ah!
And maybe this is
one's
Jack's
my favorite.
This is Jack's answer to all the Q-Rates crapola that has, surfaced over the years. A lot of people get broken records, or they never even get them, or they get them so late that it's, no longer fun. But Jack is sourcing 3 different continents for his records. And I know Daniel is a big investor in the physical real estate of the Vulfpeck. So what do you what are you gonna buy each one of these, Daniel? Because I can feel like you would be the guy to do that.
No, I'm not a completionist pressing person by any means.
Okay.
I like albums that mean something, take me back to a point in time.
Right.
Set a certain vibe. If I really respond to an album.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing as
so you're not just blindly getting them to have them on the shelf.
No, there's no collector's kind of aspect for it.
Because I would peg you as that kind of guy. You have so many Vulf records. You even bought me one.
For my
birthday. Yeah.
It's a good record. It was kind of like that era that we discovered Vulf was the Mr. Finish line. So it felt right at the time. And then you got me one as well. You had a Joey Dawsik's Inside Voice.
Yes. Yes, of course.
To my lineup. So yeah.
Also, you just had me thinking of something. Are you aware of Colin and Samir?
Oh yeah,
the
absolutely.
YouTubers?
Yeah. The published press published.
Bring up a picture of Colin and Samir. Tell me that Colin is not Joey Dawsik without a beard.
Okay.
This guy is Joey Dawsik.
Oh my God.
Okay.
He does look a lot like Joey.
Yes.
Isn't he? He's literally like Joey's foil.
Yeah. Colin's hilarious. This guy's great.
I love Colin and Samir, the great guys.
Not there though. His hair's lighter here. Yeah. But
I'm
in
just
these
talking
ones,
about the face. The face, like there. Yeah, it's very
a little bit
JD,
in the face. Yeah.
I saw one of their videos yesterday. I was like, is that I was like, no, it's Colin. It's not Joey.
Love it.
So maybe they know each other. Maybe they're brothers from another mother. You know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Japanese one is my favorite. It even has the Vulfpeck sign.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
Just super cool.
Now, of the three, do you have... Okay, so ours the UK... Oh, is that the UK one?
Yeah.
Why did the Americans get the bullshit?
Boring one.
Yeah.
Because we're poop, I guess.
It should just be a bunch of red hats with white text on them. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Nah, didn't land. Sorry.
Oh, the Trump thing again? I'm working
I'm not good at
I'm
this
a little
stuff.
slow this evening.
Yeah, I would prefer... I like the Japanese one, but I like the dynamism of the UK one.
Yeah,
I like
the UK
bloody.
one is
The
cool.
splatter guy?
Yeah, I like the splatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, I do it most days.
What, the bowl?
Yeah, that's what the bowl looks like most mornings after my fistula surgeries.
Stop. You're sick.
Well, I'm just saying, you get fistula surgery. That's what the toilet bowl looks like after a while.
You're sick.
The
Japanese one's my favorite.
yeah,
think I
you like the
agree.
solid red?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Solid red's beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
love
They're
that.
great. Oh, okay.
But before we move on, I wanted to shout out J.R. Sotelo new work on this.
Jair.
Jair Sotelo. His new work on Earworm. And there's a new Vulf bird.
Yes, the Schvitz bird.
Not in your stomach.
And I love how
Not in a
just
limousine.
low volume his animation is. It's not too much. It's
I'm
not
not
too
a
little.
bug.
It's just enough.
Not quite a germ. I'm a humble catchy
And I like
melody.
the-
I'm a earworm man and go.
I like that it's just the chorus that you see the words. You don't see the verse words.
Yeah.
You know, I think it may have been a little bit too much. with the
Yeah.
verse.
I only know.
And also, I don't know if you realize the singers don't wear the red hat. Antoine doesn't wear the red hat.
You're right.
Jack doesn't wear the red hat.
Yeah.
The person featured is red hatless.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And so they stand out amongst the red hats.
Yeah, I love that.
Incredible.
Very astute
Yeah.
on that observation there.
Well, this is why we have the Conscious Club podcast, because not only do we love Vulfpeck, but we love the scaffolding under which Jack operates.
we do.
That is honestly, the reason why Chobo exists at all is because I found the song Corey Wong at work, at BuzzFeed, at my job, and I dove in deep into
And
Jack's
you never
ass.
looked back.
Yeah, I never looked back. I dove into. I was just like Leon and Curb Your Enthusiasm. I went up in that ass. I spray paint. Indy was here, and I left that ass wide open. But yeah, that's one thing about I love Vulfpeck is that it literally created this podcasting company. Jack Stratton, had he not made Vulf, Chobo would not exist in the way that it does today,
I
or
agree.
at all for that matter.
And this was our very first podcast that we made together.
Yes. And we made, Daniel was there on day one in the Koreatown studio apartment.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Before we even had any semblance of a company.
Yeah. The Chobo was not even an idea, but I was digesting the Vulfpeck. I was digesting Jack Stratton's business acumen, the golden butterfly, all the TED Talks he's given. And if there's anything we learned from Jack is that, you gotta find what you love, and you gotta go hard, and you can't just do it half-ass.
No.
You gotta go hard. You gotta do what find what you love and milk that shit. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm realizing. Boy, is it hard to maintain because we're deep, but we have clients, and there's an indication of it continuing. So it's hard, but it's not like we don't have clients.
Yeah.
So I thank you, Jack Stratton, for inspiring me to create a company while I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
So it's been an interesting few years, but one day I'm going to quit my job and have this full time, and who knows?
Yeah.
Might be bought out by a bigger company.
Who knows?
That's the hope.
Should we dive into State of the Vulf?
State of the Vulf. Let's do it.
Go to the first thing.
Yeah, the first thing is Allegra was asked Jack about how he came up with the Schvitz concept, which was first premiered at Levitate Music Festival last year, and it was a smash hit. So
awesome. Let's dive into
tune
it.
In.
Hat is it's very people can key into that.
The Shriners. I mean,
a lot of
yeah.
Go back to the rundown.
yeah.
When you click the video itself, it goes back to where you were. But if you click the text of State of the Vulf, it takes you.
I feel like people really loved the full Schvitz look that you previewed.
Yes, that opens up a lot of avenues. Turn this off. That was not intended
Turn
to
the
be.
cameras, everything.
It was supposed to be a one-off.
Right.
This is cool. This is a cool story.
Yeah.
And then Pseudo Dudo,
Yeah.
who did the album art,
Yeah.
sent me that as a merch concept. The little guy wearing it, and I was like, you know what? That was a good look.
Yeah.
So then it's become the concept for the whole album.
So you tracked the stuff after that.
Yes.
After you. Oh.
Yes, it was supposed to be a one-off for Levitate. But it is really fun to playing in the robes opens up, it's like it's just a different feeling.
It's like a LARP.
Yes, there's an added layer. I feel like you can dance more.
Yeah. Freedom of movement. I mean, and this is something that I thought, and I think I noticed a lot of people already thought it, but the hats do sort of evoke Devo.
Yes.
Right.
Homage.
So,
I love it.
It is quite a LARP. We're live action role playing, bettering ourselves.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's something that Jack knows a lot about.
Yeah, he's about
and Theo, oh my God.
Personal development. Oh my gosh, I'm sure Theo.
That's like his whole thing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love how Jack kind of, can turn the frequency over to the Schvitz. Well, also he details at some point. I don't know if we have it linked up here, but he talks about he went into Wim Hof quite early in the Wim Hof sphere. So I'm sure Jack and the Hof and Theo, it's a trifecta. You have Jack's just leadership. You got Theo's vulnerability. You couple that with Wim Hof, and you got a triangle of leadership, vulnerability, and would you say mastery, or because Jack alone and Theo alone, you're in different areas, right? Because if you listen to the song "I Don't Want to Be a Billionaire," one of the lyrics is, I'm done listening to where all the money's going. I don't know if he says that exactly, but he's like, in like the first verse, he's like, I don't care where the money's flowing. I don't want to hear about it. I want to go over to the teachers who need the living wage. Right, I'm paraphrasing here.
Right.
But I took that as a direct punch to the gut to Jack.
Really?
Although he kind of details in here that concerts are corporate and he wants none of that.
Yeah, I mean, he's all about cutting out the middleman, right? That's the whole concept of Vulf, right? Is to not have...
Yeah.
It's to own your music, own your originals, own your masters.
Right.
They don't really... The only people they have is, like, I think booking people, that's it.
Yeah, and licensing. Yeah. So, interesting.
Very minimalist, which is very on brand for Jack.
Yeah. So, the Schvitz really goes along with... It continues the hill climb. They've reached a summit, but there's still another mountain to climb, which we'll learn about in the last bullet point of Era 2, which he talks about sporadically throughout the whole thing. So I found out all the moments he talks about Vulfpeck era 2.
That's very exciting.
Yes, and he says it involves a lot of educational components. So like the Golden Butterfly,
going back
like
to
the TED Talks.
Yeah.
He calls himself, I am a hashtag student. So
Love it.
I think we should all take that hashtag to heart.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So let's.
Should we learn about where they got the garb?
Let's. He does detail it. He goes to one of LA's Schvitz places.
Slay.
But so that was, I was going to ask you what the inspiration was for the sauna theme for the album, but now I know that Levitate came first. But where the inspiration for, like, had you worn one of those hats in a sauna? You just thought it would be a fun thing to do?
I went to the city spot here, and I didn't know about the hats.
Yeah.
And when I saw the full getup, I was like, this is just there's a whole look here, you know. That was so cool.
Yeah.
And I got kind of more into sauna culture, and it's fascinating. It's kind of blown up anyway, you know, like it's catching on. And it's coming back.
Yeah,
because I remember as a kid the Schvitz,
right?
But it was always like, what is that? I don't know, you know, it didn't. But now I feel like it's catching on again.
Well, it's connected a little bit to the health benefit stuff and like the Scandinavian stuff with the cold and the hot. It's good for the nerve endings.
Yes, right.
That totally seems up your alley. I totally get it. That's very on brand.
100%.
You gotta go to Finland where you jump. They cut a hole in the ice and you jump right in.
Yes,
Theo just did that
love
on his
doing
Instagram.
Cold, hot. I have nothing to prove there.
Yeah.
As far as length of time or directionally, how far I can go.
Yeah.
But
well, it's the Wim Hof stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Coming around from that.
Yeah. There. I mean, I was early on the Hofstra. Not the Hofstra. No, it was like a.
We gotta talk after about Arctic exploration because that's my new hang.
Early on the Hofstra. That's got to be like
I love it.
Like an EP one day.
I love it.
All right. Well,
we have a lot here.
We do have a lot. I guess. Well, where should we take it? I do want to mention before we go any further that we have the Vulf nativity scene for sale on eBay. You can contribute to it. You could buy it now for $200. It is incredible. The incredible artist Victoria Nelson hand painted these, and you know you will be a part of history because Victoria Nelson, the incredible artist, is one of the most pronounced artists that is living today.
Oh my gosh, kook.
You don't agree?
I mean, it's a stretch.
Well, yeah. Well, Victoria Nelson.
Queen.
Well, it's a Victoria Nelson. So, if you want to contribute to the show, you can do it that way. If you don't want to join the Patreon, I just wanted to mention that as a little advertisement for the show.
Money goes to CHOBO.
Money goes to CHOBO, and we're gonna give away 10% of that. So we'll give away $20.
I know, right?
Or I might just give away all of it. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yes.
So yes, they're doing a music festival, Summer Camp Music Festival in Illinois.
Yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about too. I do not like the festival runs.
Yeah, I would never go to one, honestly. It's too expensive.
It's way too expensive to enjoy Vulfpeck, honestly.
And there's so many people you don't want to see.
And maybe Daniel doesn't agree with this, but I hate openers.
Yeah, you do.
I absolutely hate openers.
Big annoyance back in the day. Anyways,
I hate lines. I hate opening bands. I mean, I don't hate them. I just would prefer to just arrive and listen to music.
Yeah,
that I came to see. Okay, so going to a festival, it's not exactly all the bands that are listed that you're gonna see, but I want to go see Vulfpeck, and then I want to go home.
Same.
Yeah. And I'm so enamored that I found an artist / music enthusiast who loves the same.
I know, right?
Yeah, she goes right along with it.
Yeah, you found the right person, that's for sure.
Yeah, because we were at Corey Wong in November, and I was under the assumption that
he had 2 people he brought with him.
Yeah, it was
Sierra Hull and Robbie Wolfson.
And Robbie Wolfson, but I should have deciphered the title more. I should have used a magnifying glass because I thought it was 2 openers. But when I got there and met Daniel, he's like, "No, they're playing with Corey."
Yeah.
So we missed like 3 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with because there was no line. I was completely fine. I'm like, which songs did we not see? And you listed some. I was like, okay, whatever. Whoa.
Who's that?
Mark Steele?
Put him on the show.
Do it.
Hello, you're on the Conscious Club podcast live right now. What do you have to say?
Does he like openers or not?
Do you particularly like opening bands? Because I don't really like opening bands. When I go to concerts, I really just want to see the opening act. What do you think? Great. Thanks for contributing to the Conscious Club podcast. Go to patreonify.com and contribute to the Patreon. Thank you so much. Oh,
I love when we have callers.
Yes.
They're so interactive. They say so much.
Yeah.
Really add to the show.
Yeah. And in California, you have to let them know that they're on a show.
Yeah.
So I did my legal duty.
Due diligence. Yeah.
I did my due diligence.
My due diligence.
But yeah. So we were talking about we don't like opening bands, and that Corey Wong
opened it for himself.
He kind of did. Yeah, it was 2 sets. It was split. So yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Well, we made it before the intermission.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got to see some of that first set. So I just want to say, I may be a small percentage of the festival or the concert going community, but you got to be clear with your bills. When you're on the marquee, you got to, maybe I'm just an idiot and I just can't read. Because it was technically Corey Wong with.
Yeah.
It wasn't Corey Wong. Then under that, Wolfson and Hull.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it either.
Yeah. So there was some misleading, and I gotta say, we've been misled by Corey Wong.
No.
No. We love Corey, and also we love Sierra Hull and Robbie Wolfson. They're incredible.
They were great.
Yeah, and that's how you should. No more openers. Mm-hmm. You should go a Bruce Springsteen style and just play the whole set. No openers. And bring people in who would have opened for you to play with you. That's if I was Corey Wong, he's pulling a Jack Stratton there. He's
smart.
He's revolutionizing the way concerts go nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Because I wouldn't have heard Sierra Hull or Robbie Wolfson, but I loved that they participated in the concert.
Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
So you love openers.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of openers. I mean, it's a great way for, musicians to shout out other bands, either, sometimes on independent labels with them or just like within their own sphere of friends and collaborators.
Right.
So some of my favorite bands have been openers for other bands that I've seen. So
yeah,
I do really, really love them. I mean, I also, loved this approach with Corey, which was, the fact that they came out and they brought Sierra Hull out and she played some of her own songs with them and kind of took over that section of the set. And so that concert really did feel like a feel like a journey between the two sets, between having the Sierra Hole era, having the Robbie Wolfson era.
Yeah,
and
it was
then
cool.
when the encore came about and you had both of them up on stage for a couple songs was really rewarding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Random question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about comedy openers?
Well,
It's along the same vein.
It's the exact same thing.
yeah. Well, I think when you go to a comedy, I mean, if it's a big comedy show, like I don't know, like an arena or a theater, you really have no choice because we saw Sal Vulcano at the same venue at the Wiltern, and he had who opened for him? It was another New York comedian.
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but he did speak so fast, and we were sitting so far away that it was really hard.
We couldn't hear him very well.
He was literally he was like on coke or something. I don't know. He probably wasn't, but he was just from New York, and we talk a little slower here. But I don't mind him because there's. I guess what I don't like is the setup, is the breakdown and the setup. I don't want to wait.
Tough.
I remember when we were young and we got dropped off to go to House of Blues to see Aquabats or Real Big Fish or whatever. I love those opening bands. I just hated the half hour after they're done for Aquabats and Real Big Fish to go on.
Long time.
I don't like they had to bring all their instruments and amps off stage. They got to bring them back on stage, plug everything in, do a sound check.
It's a whole to-do.
It's a whole to-do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we would just end up sitting on the ground or milling around. We'd lose our spot because we wanted to go to the bathroom or go buy merch or whatever. And although you get to hear, different acts, I don't know. I just, I should, I'm not proud of this, but it's, I should be more present. When you're going out, you're going out. Mm-hmm. That's a part of the night.
And if you're intentioned, you're intentioned.
Yeah. But for some reason, I just comedy I'm okay with because
there's no setup.
Tear down, and also
it's fast.
It's really fast. But like I'm saying, like those theater shows, you really have no choice, right? You're just gonna get there for the show, so you don't want to miss a joke. But with like a comedy club, and there's like 15 comedians, and you're there to see one.
It's so much.
I'll say the one thing I don't like is when you go to you're at a club and there's 15 comedians on the slot, and you go to see one specifically, and then the one ends up not being there. Like we did for Bobby Lee. Yeah. We wanted to go see Bobby Lee, and it was like his night, and it was just everybody but Bobby Lee showed up.
Yeah, that's something that you don't get in music concerts. Is the headliner doesn't show up, so the one person before them takes everybody hostage until 2 a.m. in the morning, just assaulting them while they sit crisscross. It's a wild experience, and you don't really get that in a when you got to be out in your 90 after your 60 90 minute set, whatever it is.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But also there's Mark Normand, one of the up and rising comedians.
He's great live.
Great live, also extremely responsive on his DMs, like I posted a story that I was going to go see him, and he said, I can't make it tonight. Like I was in New York on a business trip, and I was going to go to the New York Comedy Club to see him because he had advertised it on his story, and I bought a ticket like weeks before. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm excited to see Mark Normand tonight. And then he DM'd me back and said, I'm not going to be there tonight. Don't go. Like I don't want you to hate me, basically. And then I was like, I'm in New York for 2 nights. Like I'll go just to go to a show. And it ended up being like really great. Like there was Ari Shafir, there was
that's awesome.
Akash Singh, Shane Gillis, a
lot of people.
A lot of like great New York comedians that I watch their podcasts anyway. And Sam Morrill, who his podcast co-host was there too. So it was like a kick-ass show.
It's awesome.
And when I left, I was like, I was actually pissed that Mark Normand told me to not go because I would have missed out on that great show. So comedy's different, definitely, because there's no setup, and also if the person doesn't show up, there's probably going to be as good or better comedian. That is their replacement if you're at like a reputable place, the Comedy Store or New York Comedy Club, or the Cellar. But yeah, openers.
Tangent.
Yeah, Tangent.
Yeah. What the actual thing in contest was festivals, wasn't it?
Yeah, festivals.
Festivals, yeah. And my qualm with that is I just don't want to pay $300 to see Vulf. Period.
Yeah.
You know, last time I looked it up, it was like $250, $300 just to go see one band that I like. And I know there's probably other bands that I would like to see. Like, scroll down. There's a big list. Yeah.
I mean, Willie Nelson
is
is great.
Willie Nelson. Yeah. Goose, Humphreys, McGee, Les Claypool. Well, it's Les Claypool's Fearless Flying Frog Brigade.
No, Sierra Hall's there.
Okay.
Fortunate Youth.
The Wailers.
All right.
Okay. I wouldn't hate that, but it's too much money.
Yeah.
It's too much money, too many people. Yeah. I just want to go see what I want to see and leave.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But good on Vulf. If Jack Stratton, well, that's the thing too. Jack probably wants, you know, when you're at the caliber of musicianship that Jack operates in, you want to surround yourself with as many people that are in your caliber as possible, right? Mm-hmm. Your network is your net worth, right? And if we've learned anything from Jack Stratton is that he's a hashtag student.
Yeah.
So he wants, and I think this is probably more selfish in that, not necessarily selfish, but, you know, an opportunity for him to surround himself with musicians he wouldn't normally be around, or to regroup with some musicians that he has, you know. So I think it's more on his end, like it's more camaraderie and maybe meeting new musicians, strategizing, seeing what other bands are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think from a Vulfpeck perspective, as a hashtag student, that in turn helps Vulfpeck.
It's a peer thing, you know. You get a really good festival, and like these bands are fans of these other bands as well, and so you might get this really great show from a band that you really love. You know, like this might be some legendary show for one of these other bands, you know, and Vulf and the members of Vulf get to see that.
Yes, right? Yes. And okay, so 3-day passes, $220. Is there a single day pass?
No.
No single day.
No single.
Pre-party passes, $60.
That's the only thing. And
See, that's
then
the thing. You can't
VIP.
just buy a day. I'm not like renting an RV and going out here. You know what I mean? Like I just want to park close, get there late, no line, walk straight up, buy a beer, and just walk right in. That's me. Like
convenience.
I'm
king.
I'm like a pre-rich guy. You know, I just don't want to know. You know, I'm not rich, but I, you know,
want the conveniences.
I want the
of such.
conveniences of being rich.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
So anything else from State of the Vulf? I mean, this Ticketmaster is the useful villain. Looks interesting.
Let's cut into the ticket. He doesn't really talk much about it, but
let me put it this way: Ticketmaster is the useful villain.
Really?
There may not be the villain at the end of the day.
Interesting.
They might be the useful villain.
The scapegoat?
Yes. Which is interesting.
I mean, I think in the last, because Vulf is always ahead of the game. I think a lot of the stuff that you guys talked about 5-10 years ago, even with relation to labels and venues and stuff like that, has now sort of become common knowledge, and people have been picking up on it because of how, you know, the pandemic sort of brought these things to people's awareness. I mean, the recent Ticketmaster thing with Taylor Swift got a lot of people talking about this stuff who don't normally think about it because it's not in their wheel view.
Well, the truth is, I haven't gone that deep on it either. You know, we're just starting to think about that. And I think this will be era 2.
Yeah.
For the band is going down to the sand, as they say, on the live experience.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that maybe the festivals will fit into that. We're still going to do them next year, or maybe asking people what festivals should we play. Like Levitate was insane. You know, they're a bit of a gamble.
Cool.
I'm such a selfish asshole. I'm sorry. None. Ask me. Zero.
Indy says, "Come back to the Greek."
Go to the Greek, so I only have to drive 4 miles. And even the Greek's kind of go to the Wiltern. We parked like right out front because we were late. We found one pop.
There's not enough room in there.
Yeah, there's not enough room.
They need like 6 of those combined.
Yeah, we need 6 Wilterns. But interesting, Ticketmaster is the useful villain. Daniel, what do you think he means by that?
That's a great question. I'm trying to decipher that myself.
Thank
There's a couple of, I guess, like directions you could take that. I mean, does he mean like the structure of like who the actual villain is, and Ticketmaster is just like one step into the greater venue problem?
I think that's what I was getting
Right.
from it. It's like he said, it's a useful scapegoat to just blame Ticketmaster when really it's a part of this bigger infrastructure that is, scamming people and taking money. Like there's this, big lawsuit right now that's happening with how these service fees that are occurring on
Right.
Ticketmaster, SeatGeek, and whatever. And they're going to crack down on it. So
Right. And also, like, you can't play the bigger venues without doing Ticketmaster
Right.
because Live Nation and Ticketmaster are a part of the same. Like,
cahoots.
They're in cahoots. They're in conflict. They're in cahoots. But, like, I think there's a holding company that owns both because my Ticketmaster account works on Live Nation.
Yeah.
So... And they kind of look similar on their sites anyway, like the way their site's built. So they're probably,
It's the same thing.
it's the same thing. But like when you go to one of those bigger venues, like I don't know if it's like the Hollywood Bowl or like the Greek, but the security staff have Live Nation windbreakers. So
They're the Disney of live events.
live concerts, and like the Red Rocks. Like you can't go to these bigger places without.
Dealing with
appeasing Bowser.
Yeah.
Like appeasing the big boy. You know, so that's the useful villain, right? Where because like it's a forum where the people who will support you go. Like I flew to Colorado just to see them at Red Rocks, and that was a Ticketmaster purchase, right?
Right.
So. It's or may not have been. I don't even remember, but that's one of the things. It's like if you're gonna see it, it's like if you have a big enough following, you have to use the useful villain.
Yeah,
and it may be villainous, but also it's like it's not unaffordable. It's just, and I like how they kind of. Last time I used Ticketmaster, you can like click a button and it says, "Do you want to display with fees before you go to the checkout?"
Yeah.
So now you could like see what the total price is before you go to the checkout. Because if it's like $2 $70 tickets, okay, $140, but then by the time you're spending it, it's at $200 because of the service fees. So now you can like click, show me the service fees before checkout.
Yeah.
So that I could see the total that I'm spending, because then I'll tell my friends, "Oh, it's $70 a ticket," and then by the time you check it out, you're like, "Well, now you got to owe me
$3,000." Yeah.
now you got to owe me $50 more on top of what I already told
Yeah.
you it was cost." So, useful villain. Also, if I worked for this, if I was on the dole for Live Nation and Ticketmaster, hey, that's my livelihood. So I wouldn't want to lose my job. So it's a necessary evil.
But how necessary? Like there has to be, guards there, implemented, and there has to be regulation. That's the thing, and that's why the government's, stepping in, because it is out of control, and they're a multi-million, if not billion-dollar, probably billion-dollar company in industry.
Oh,
and it's
easy.
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and also like these companies, all their main goal is to just up the amount of revenue they made the prior years. So over the course of 50 years, this is going to be as much as the ticket, because they need to up the revenue from the previous decade.
Right.
This decade we made this, we need to see an uptrend so that people buy the stock, so that the stock goes up. So like there needs to be some ceiling there.
Yeah.
Because then just ticket prices are going to go up, because that's just going to get eaten away by fees too.
Yeah.
So what used to be a $70 ticket going to be $140, and then there's another,
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyways, we could go
Incredible.
down this rabbit hole forever.
Yeah.
Anything else from New State
Yeah,
of the
let's
Vulf
do
that you want-
concerts or corporate. This is kind of along
Okay.
along the same line here, and this might give us a little bit more background.
on the villain
Yeah.
of it all?
Concerts. Once it's a concert,
Yeah.
this whole other frame is set, and all this rent sinking comes in.
Yeah.
A corporate event,
Mm-hmm.
none of that.
Like flow state.
Oh, that's why they're pivoting to educational.
Elaborate.
It could be a corporate conference, an event.
For them. For Vulf, in and of itself.
Which is a whole different structure financially as far as like a live concert versus a conference. That's Vulf 2. That's the second era.
That's the second era.
They're going to
So
make
they-
it more of like a educational experience
Right,
that
so-
they can.
So, like, is that more of like a convention center or like a Coachella? Like, what would that be?
It would be like a
VulfCon?
convention center.
Right.
Yeah, like a VulfCon.
Right.
Is there a VulfCon? I remember it being was that just something
That was
you
our
were
idea.
kicking around? Yeah.
I mean, so many people have had that idea in
Yeah.
the Vulfpeck, so it's not like it was our idea. But we, as fans, it only is it's kind of parallel thinking, right? Like as fans, you want to see Antoine Stanley, you want to see Corey Wong, you want to see Joe Dart, you want to see Woody Goss, and everybody that they associate with.
Mm-hmm.
So what better place to do that than a VulfCon? You
Yeah.
know, like it's only natural that fan boys and girls get to that thought. It's kind of like
Yeah.
how some comedians have similar jokes because like people have similar thoughts when they're in situations.
Yeah, and also
You know?
there's so many other non-music related things that they're interested in and passionate about.
Right.
Like Jack's mom could do meditation. Jack could do
Sure.
a TED talk.
Mhm.
His dad could do like a klezmer like thing.
Clarinet lessons or whatever. Yeah.
Theo could do like,
Yeah, ice
healthy
baths.
eating and ice baths.
Yeah.
Joey could do birding. Like they could have different
Right.
panels.
Yeah.
Reverb shows up for Corey, does
Yeah.
something branded.
Right.
Dr. Dean Ornish, like
Oh, Dean Ornish. Yeah.
Greats has a booth.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. There could even be like a puppet making thing for Corey Wong.
yeah,
Make all the puppets. And there could be a Schvitz.
there could be a
And
Schvitz.
there could be definitely a Schvitz.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
That could play into the second era.
Yes. Now, since we're on second era, go to the I think it's the last bullet point here. So let's go to the first link of the first bullet. Not that's the second one. There we go.
This one?
Yeah. So he talks about it 3 separate times in this interview,
Okay.
and they're not together, so they're kind of.
What's
jumbled.
this VulfCon one?
She mentions VulfCon.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, go there first.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
A lot of people brought up the possibility of some kind of Vulf festival with associated acts.
Right. Yeah,
Make it corporate, though, I guess.
we're honestly looking at doing more corporate events as the corporate for our
Stakeholders?
musicians. Like I was saying, are constantly trading elements of their business, their ownership for the dream of playing a bigger show,
Yeah.
of whatever, ultimately playing the Super Bowl. I don't know, and it creates a lot of they get into really bad situations, and corporate events don't do that. It's not the same conferences.
Right.
They get it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm thinking this is going to go, which I live for because there's nothing that I would rather do than do a weekend Vulf conference and like see Woody talk about birds for an hour and then go watch like Theo's thing on like ice baths.
If
like,
the openers are the headliners, I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember early on in TCCP history, one of the slogans that I've passed around as one of the show slogans is "We're the openers for the openers." Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't even see myself in this situation if we were opening for the openers, right? But hey, at this VulfCon, we could have a booth.
We could.
We have the Conscious Club Podcast booth.
We could.
Yeah. And we wouldn't even need to have the Instagram story questions. Bill would just be right there.
Bill in the flesh.
Yeah, Bill in the flesh, and we have Danny and Tommy. Yeah, I think that would be great because I would definitely pay for a booth at VulfCon.
Slay.
Yeah, and we'd actually get the associated acts on the show for once.
I love it.
Interesting. All right,
Vulf Era 2.
Let's go to Era 2, and then we'll go on to the next segment.
Okay.
And I think this will be Era 2.
Yeah.
For the band is going down to the sand, as they say, on the live experience.
Okay.
Which
so maybe. So let's go to the second one.
So doing a live.
Is going down to the sand just means the
cutting
fans?
out the middleman.
Like just go to the fans.
Do
directly.
like direct ticket sales.
Right, direct to consumer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So would you say that Vulf has, fully succeeded in this mission, or are there more hills to climb, as you would say?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Era 2 will be.
I love Era 2.
Examining other parts of the whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more.
I think people will be very excited to hear that, because hibernation gets people a little bit spilkus, a little nervous.
Yeah, I think it was good though.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely throw in lockdowns and stuff.
Yeah.
That was a natural thing there. It wasn't just Vulf.
Right.
So
but you were cycling down a little bit before that with MSG,
correct,
and it was a little bit yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
I love it. Like he was kind of like almost like the CNBC interview a little bit there. Like, correct. Yeah, you're good. Also, I love how calculated this man is, because whatever calculation he's got going on, like it seems like pulling teeth, but I think he's more calculating.
He's just thinking
what not to say.
He doesn't want to give away too much,
right?
Because he has a lot planned,
right? And that's where I need to be a hashtag student, because I'm just an open
He's
book.
The opposite.
I'm the complete opposite. I'll tell you what I'm doing, and maybe it's ego. Maybe he's it's ego, because it's egoless to not talk about what you're doing.
Well, I think he has more responsibility. Like for us, like we just, we're mom and pop small business. For him, he's in charge of Vulfpeck, right?
Right.
So it's like there's more responsibility with how much he's giving away, how much he isn't. So that's why he is answering slowly.
Right.
It's just like he's calculating.
The musicians don't even know when things get released.
Right.
They just get an email, or they just see it when we see it. So, okay. Was that the second one or the third?
We have one left.
Okay. Era 2.
Era 2.
Continued.
So to sum it all up, Vulf 2.
Era 2.
Era 2
is upon us. It's going to be very
dawns.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
There might be a bigger educational component.
Okay.
As I learn more, I want to spread more.
Yeah. I feel like you've always taken to this educational role.
Yeah. I'm a hashtag student.
I mean, I can't wait to learn. I think it'll be really fun.
What's fun about Vulf is it's the musicians talking.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on here? Like, what how are you doing this? How are you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
What the grifters don't know how to do is, make the mutant, it's like, so it's like open challenge to Daniel Ek to make an album pseudonymously and not lose his mind.
Yeah.
Uploading it to Spotify, just the pain. He needs to,
well, you're building a knowledge culture,
and he's telling people what to do. It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
What, Daniel?
What's that?
Who is he talking about?
I have not
Daniel
a clue.
Ekton.
Daniel Ekton?
That's what I'm interested in. This is like that's a very specific call out.
Right? Was it Ekton?
Maybe
I mean, Act? Another
Ecktown. I don't think.
very specific call out, and like even the genre specific. Like he'll drop EDM here if he hasn't already,
Yeah.
and it's just like this is like what? Like what?
Yeah.
What's the story here?
That's the thing, man. He only gives you the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg. And
Yeah.
you got to figure it out yourself. You know, like whatever the grifters. Is that us?
No, I think like Daniel said, it's people who make EDM, people who don't play instruments, right? They, make music without knowing music, right? Knowing how to read music, compose
Right.
music.
Yeah, me. So I'd be a grifter.
No, I don't know if it's that, right?
Is there like an innate like you think you're better than you are in a grifter?
No, I think what a grifter is kind of like Jack said and like Tori said, someone without the artistry, right? Like the idea behind Vulfpeck is the product works because the musicians work. Like he says in the interview, I don't know if I'm spoiling this, don't get it twisted. Like the essence of Vulfpeck is all the guys, right? Is that
Right.
7-piece band, 4-piece band, whatever the hell. With that said, none of this distribution, none of the fun stuff, none of like any of these really cool ideas, whether it's Sleepify, whether it's, MSG, whether it's like these future cons,
state.
whatever's going on, these educational, moments that we'll see in this second era, none of it works if there's nothing behind it. And there's a lot behind it. There's a lot of musicianship here. There's a lot of personality. There's things that these people genuinely want to teach. We saw it with Jack and the shows that he put on this year that we talked about in previous episodes. And I feel like what he's saying about the grifters is that the grifters are putting, they're trying to
They're building
navigate.
a house on sand.
Yeah,
There's no
totally.
foundation.
Yeah, right. And so that's kind of the difference is their musicianship or their artistry is not forward.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because like that is 100% true. Because without Antoine and Dart and Goss and Dosick and just everybody they've ever associated with, that's the foundation that everybody's there for. Right. Now, once you're there, let's have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, and that is really hard to achieve when either you or your network / your net worth isn't of value or of substance, right? Because that's all they bring is substance. You know,
they got together, they started playing music, and then they had to figure out how do we make noise with our noise, I guess. But what creative ways? But without that music that actually brought them together and gave them those shared interests to sort of like each spread their artistic wings, they would be grifters just making all this weird ass noise, getting on CNBC or and not have anything behind that, and they would have flamed out long by now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they leave you wanting more, and that's what Jack's I think is the best at. Honestly,
Yes.
like it's that iceberg. He shows you the tip of the iceberg. He just gives you the tip.
Mm-hmm.
You. He just gives you that tip.
Give it a full laugh.
I love it.
All right, we're going to go into the tried and true segment here on the Conscious Club podcast.
Oh, you're skipping to it? No merch, no Theo tour?
We're going to
All right.
the tried and true segment. I think we've beat this dead horse. We could maybe end the show with that thing. But it is Vulf Trivia 6, a very Vulfy Christmas edition.
Slay.
And we're gonna
SLEIGH.
Slay. All right, let's take it away.
This is just
Corey.
for you two boys. All
Oh,
right.
me against Daniel?
Yes.
Okay, green
Sweet.
against red.
You and Daniel.
Like a long-standing rivalry, right?
I know, right?
With this
Exactly.
I'm the one who makes them.
Okay.
All right. First question.
Yeah. That's...
There are 2 holiday songs contributed to Vulfpeck. What are their names? Go.
Christmas in L.A.
This one's one of your favorites. Booby. No.
One of my favorites?
This is one of your favorites that you're missing. Classic. Daniel, do you know?
Here in LA, it's wonderful getting out this time of year. You go to a Rams game, you'll hear Christmas in LA. You go to Lightscape over at the Arboretum, you'll hear Christmas in LA. You don't hear the other one. I've got no idea.
Santa Baby. Remember? You love Santa Baby.
Yes. Well, that only recently became a true Vulf track.
True, and that is another question coming up, so don't spoil it.
Okay.
Next question. How many versions of Christmas in LA are on the Vulfpeck YouTube channel?
Including within concerts?
No.
Okay.
Only single uploads.
Single uploads.
I don't know. I know that I watched it today, and they did not find their form yet.
No, it's very spliced and diced.
Very spliced and diced. Like the dog gif. That's just like the dog going like this. And then also the Theo wearing like a Peruvian Christmas shirt with like a armband with
Bells.
little bells on it. And it's like really clear, crystal clear HD. It's not Vulf.
Yeah.
And he's like fake. He's
it's
not
very
fake playing.
spliced and diced. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to say 8.
8? Whoa, okay. Daniel?
I'm going to go with 2.
Meet in the middle. 4.
There's 4. Okay. What are they?
So there's Jack's piano tutorial, an instrumental version, the one Indy mentioned where it's the original, and then there's a 2017 upload of Christmas in LA from around the world, and it's like in Amsterdam and London,
yeah,
and it's like a mashup of home videos.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, if the lives don't count, I would not count the piano tutorial. So I think that's 3.
Well, neither of you got it right anyway, so it doesn't matter. In A Very Vulfy Christmas, only 2 Vulf members voice themselves. Name those 2 members.
Antoine Stanley and I don't know, Theo.
Woody Goss.
Correct.
Oh, it's Woody.
Woody, you both got half right.
Yeah.
Woody and Antoine.
I'm here to help. All right.
What album was Santa Baby finally released on? Go ahead.
Real Estate?
Correct.
Okay. Joy Music. Yeah. Great.
What 2 groups are accredited to the score of A Very Vulfy Christmas special?
Is there a Woody Goss trio?
That's one of them.
Sweet. Vulfpeck, right?
Correct, Daniel. Vulfpeck and the Woody Goss trio.
I would have never gotten that at all. I mean, it makes sense now that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vulfpeck composed it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh.
And does that just mean Jack Stratton? Or does the...
Vulfpeck wrote the songs that are used.
Right.
And then he arranged, Woody Goss trio arranged and reperformed.
A group can't compose, can they?
Well, I'm just saying, like, right, there's not every song is composed by Jack, right? There's different people. So
Right.
the group Vulfpeck.
Right.
You know.
I'm just saying, like, liner notes, you can't compose, like, a band can't compose, right?
But if, like, Joe Dart writes the bass line, right? Or just, like, kind of, if that's just like him riffing or something like that.
Okay.
I don't actually know. That's I think it's a good question as
I
well.
think, like, legally,
yeah,
bands can't compose. I think it's people compose.
I just went by the credits. Yeah.
Okay. So the liner notes of the credits suggest that Vulfpeck composed it.
That's how it was written.
Yeah. So shall it be done?
What year did A Very Vulfy Christmas come out?
(2019)
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
What album was Christmas in LA released on?
I want to say that's Thrill of the Arts.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Woo! Great work.
I saw the album cover.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I know, right?
Remember what song it was or name.
What color is Jack Stratton's guitar in a very Vulfy Christmas special?
I want to say either white or brown.
I want to throw red.
White.
Oh, nice.
Ish.
Well, it's like teal with white.
It's like a tealish, bluish, greenish with white.
Yeah, and also it's a bass.
That's correct.
So
It is a bass.
maybe it's the Joy Dart Mini.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like a Blink 182 style.
But
bass.
when you're drawing something this small, you can only draw so many
Strings.
strings.
Yeah, true.
So pretty much everyone is probably playing the bass.
Yeah. Well, could you go on could you look up go to Vulfpeck Instagram really quick. Instagram.com/Vulfpeck. I think he might be playing this when he scroll down a little bit. Keep going. Right there.
Yeah, it is the blue one. That's it. That's his bass. Yep, that's the same thing.
See?
That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of it.
It's pretty much it.
Yeah.
More blue, but
See, we notice little details here on the Conscious Club podcast. This is what makes the podcast.
I
worth
would have
listening
given
to.
it to you though if you said white. It says white on it, but
Yeah, well, it's a white plate.
Right.
Yeah,
white plate.
It's the primary kind of.
technically wrong
Yeah.
because that's not a white guitar. That's just a plate. Because the finish, it's not a color. It's a finish.
Yeah.
The finish of the guitar is
Blue.
teal.
I think that perspective on the issue nets you the point.
Slay. Good work. Next. In the Christmas in LA music video, there's something on Theo's kick drum. What is that item?
Stuffed Santa Claus.
Correct.
Nice.
I remember because it falls off.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen that video.
In a very Vulfy Christmas, Jack's character falls on the ground and says he feels blank years old. What age did he say?
101?
I don't know.
101, you said?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're not even going to guess?
80?
31.
31?
31.
Yeah, that makes sense. He was
Yeah.
31 when that came out, right? Yeah.
I also love that they have his chin dimple that he has when he shaves.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
chin dimp.
That was the last question.
Nice.
Wow, great job.
Good work,
Tori.
y'all.
It was a
That
tough
was a
one.
really fun time.
Yay.
And it really shows, it's like it's proof that we're fans. Like
Yeah.
there's some things that are just really hard to know.
Yeah.
But there's some things that really prove that we can host this show together. And that Daniel can too. He
Yeah.
holds his own.
You guys are so good at the trivia whenever I do it for you guys. So.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
It's fun.
It's great. And now we're on pseudodudo.com.
New
and
merch
with the new
for the
merch.
holidays.
Incredible.
Get it.
Oh,
It is all pre-sale. What?
that is incredible.
Hell yeah. And then the crew neck.
Ooh, the crew.
And I love this new design of this pose.
Ah,
It's cute.
I like that. I like that one. I don't like crew. I'm wearing a crew neck, but I don't like crew necks.
I know. You like zippies. The zips.
I like zip. I like the pockets with
Yep.
the hands. I keep doing this when I put this on. My hands just
Yeah.
fell,
You like the hand
Yeah.
holding.
Incredible.
Theo's going on tour.
Yes. Look at those feet. Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh. Wow. It's some hot man feet, huh?
He does have good feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out those Cali dates. I got LA Wiltern.
Yes, he's going to be at the Wiltern.
at the Fillmore.
Very cool.
Cool.
What does it mean if there's a plus next to it instead of a dot? Oh, May will be with
and
him.
Benjamin Jive.
Very cool.
So does that mean they're opening? 'Cause I want to know what time to show up.
I know, right? kook.
I don't want to miss Heartbreak Hits.
I know, right?
Okay. And are we on to honorable mentions?
Well, I want to shout this out because this is like so amazing. Everyone go listen to this. It's a new Joey Dosick and Scary Pockets.
It's you I like. It's not the things you wear. It's not the way you do your hair. But it's you I like. The way you are right now. The way down deep inside you. It's not the things that hide you, not your toys.
Love Joey.
They're just beside.
Everyone go listen to that. You'll cry.
If you're watching this, you've heard it probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions.
It was a really good.
Yeah.
Like when I watched it like 10 times in a row. Like I put it on loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good use of the Scary Pocket set, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you got Jack Conte running things, it's gonna look good.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna sound good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go into honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. Let's end out the show with some honorable mentions from the pack.
We have an old Bootsy Collins clip.
Okay.
One, you know. And then you would try to fit
Oops.
what you felt in between that, like, you know, and that's the funk, you know, and you can change that, you know, it's however you feel, but you just have to fit it between that space, that little space that you got, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, you know,
On the one.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then you go back to your funk. Here you go. 1, and then you want to break it down. Break down. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, and there you go. You got your basic funk formula there. You know, you can do anything you want to do with it.
Hey, hell yeah,
Love
man. You can do anything y'all want to do with
Love him.
it.
This isn't available.
Oh, we lost it?
Yep.
We have to be logged in? Well, we watched the other one.
Yeah. Why is that there? Oh, somebody did a piano tutorial in case people want it. He posted it on the pack. Matthew Jordan. If you
Turn it
guys want
up.
it for New Guru.
I know what I'm doing this weekend. Intertextually.
It's so cute.
About the key change.
It's so cute.
Sorry about that. I love that. He gives a history lesson. He gives some context. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
We need more of that.
Another thing not available for whatever reason.
Maybe it's because you're not logged in? Question mark?
I don't know. It's because it's a different browser.
That's fine. We've gone long enough.
Anyways, that is our show.
That is the Conscious Club podcast. Thank you for watching and listening. Please go to eBay, buy this Vulf Nativity for your family. If you love Vulfpeck, we could really use the contribution. Support. And you know what? If you buy it, I'm donating 100% of it. It's all $200 is going to go to somebody random out there. Let's do
maybe
that.
A music charity.
Yeah, we'll donate it to a music charity. So take the Vulf Nativity. It's the holiday season, and that contribution, 100% of it will go away.
I love it.
Go to somebody who
needs it. I love that idea.
I'm Indy.
I'm Tori.
And we got Daniel. Thank you for being here, Daniel.
Of course. Anytime. Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. Thanks for watching. Please contribute to the Patreon, patreon.com/The Conscious Club Podcast or
Patreonify.com.
Patreonify.com. It's incredible digital real estate here. And we'll see you next month, 100%.
In the new year.
In the new year, 2023.
Bye.
Turn that shit up. We almost get some balls.
Oh, yeah. We're getting close.
I want some Stratone balls.
Corey's getting there too.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for listening to the Conscious Club Podcast. Just really quick, this is a fan-made podcast. Jack Stratton had nothing to do with this hot pile of garbage. We have no affiliation with Vulfpeck, Vulf Records LLC, Vulf Productions Inc, or really anything under the greater Vulf umbrella. We just love them so much. We do this show out of love, not for money. But if you want to tip us, we have a Patreon. That's right, it's Patreonify.com. Patreonify.com. That's right. Go over there. It's a hit new craze in the Vulf sphere. Get over there and help us out. We have many different tiers to choose from. If you have a little extra coin to pass on, you get some extra merch, some exclusive merch. So head over to Patreonify.com and thank you guys so much for listening.